Starting a new job can be really exciting, but it also brings up a lot of questions, especially when you receive your first paycheck. Same happened with Mariam. She's a fresh graduate who has just started her first job as an IT professional. Mariam का annual CTC 6 lakh rupees है. After receiving her first paycheck, she was excited but also a bit confused. She couldn't understand why her net salary is different from gross salary. And what do all these terms mean? So if you also don't understand the difference between net salary and gross salary, in today's video, we will break it down step by step for you to understand what goes into a salary. अगर आप salaried employee हैं इंडिया में, then it is very important to ask for two crucial documents from your employer. The first one is your annual CTC breakup. CTC or cost to company refers to total amount of money a company spends on an employee in a year. It includes your salary and other benefits. CTC helps us to understand how compensation is structured. The second most important document is your monthly salary slip. Your salary slip has details about your earning, your deduction, and how much money you actually take home. This document helps you to understand your salary in detail. तो चलिए अब हम salary slip के दो main components की बात करते हैं, which are income and deduction. So let's start with income. It has many components. The first component is gross salary. This is the total amount of money we earn before any deduction. It has many components such as LTA, HRA, DA, and many more. The second component is basic salary. It is the fixed part of our salary, which is revised annually. It is usually up to 40 to 50% of gross salary. The third component is HRA or house rent allowances. It is given to employees to cover their house rental expenses. It is partially taxable, which is based on many factors such as city of residence and actual rent paid. The fourth factor or the fourth component is LTA, which is leave travel allowances. It allows employees to claim for their travel expenses within India. It is also partially taxable based on actual travel expenses. The last component is DA or DNS allowances. It is a compensation for inflation and typically a percentage of your basic salary. Government revises DA twice in a year. It is fully taxable. There are other components of income as well, depending on your organization and nature of job. Let's talk about deduction sections now, which has many deductions from your salary. We will break them down one by one for you. The first deduction is PF or provident fund. Both employer and employee pay 12% of employee's basic salary towards PF every month. The second deduction is PT or professional tax. This is a state level tax applied on certain profession. This is collected by employer and paid to state government. The rate of professional tax varies from state to state. The third deduction is standard deduction. This deduction has replaced conveyance allowances and medical allowances. It allows employees who are earning above a certain income level to claim for a flat 50% deduction from their total income. It reduces their income tax liability. It is not reflected in the salary slip, but it impacts your overall tax calculation. The next deduction is gratuity. It is a retirement benefit and applicable for only those who have completed 5 years of services. It is usually included in your CTC. Next deduction is unpaid leave. If you have taken any unpaid leave, the deducted salary will reflect under this head. So after all these deductions, whatever money you're left with is your net salary. Let's take a look at Mariam's salary slip. It will help us to understand how all the components come together. So in Mariam's salary slip, there are two sections, income and deduction. When all the components of income are added, we get gross salary. And when all the deductions from gross salary are deducted, we get net salary. Here, Mariam's monthly gross salary is 50,000, which makes 6 lakh in a year, which is her CTC. But sometimes companies spend money on employees' training and other expenses, which is not necessarily reflected in salary slip. So as you become familiar with your salary components, you can dig deeper into tax saving options and other benefits which are offered by your employer, which can be health insurance and retirement benefits. It's an important skill to understand your salary. It helps us in managing finances, planning for taxes, and ensuring that we are maximizing our benefits. So whether you're starting out like Mariam or have been working for years, it's important to take time to understand the components of your salary. So now that you have learned about salary components, it's time for your task. Ask for a salary slip from one of your parent or a relative. Break it down into the components of salary slip. Find the gross salary and net salary. So that is all for today. I will see you very soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Happy learning.